Hi, I'm Cynthia. I'm with the American Red Cross, and I'm here in Chico, California at the RV park at the Elks Lodge. This is where some people have relocated from the North Complex fire and even from the Paradise fire from 2 years ago, and they're still here. A married couple, William and Sondra Weidman, are here because they evacuated the North Complex fire. And they're here today to tell you about their story and their path to recovery. And of course, their faith that has helped them, as well as the Red Cross that they are very grateful for coming to their aid.
I had just gone to Sacramento that morning to pick up a trailer hitch for our trailer and got home about 1:30 and got a notice that we were in a evacuation warning. And then about 4 o'clock we got a notice for immediate evacuation. And that's when we gathered up our belongings what we could find, and then jumped in the truck and trailer, and my brother was there to help us, and he drove one car and I drove the truck and trailer. I had a 1,600 square foot 2-story home, and it was completely destroyed. And I had 5 garages with collector cars and parts in them, and they were all completely destroyed. I was able to save one, the one that I cherished the most, which was a little 1955 Porsche. We live on Kanaka Mountain, and we have 3 homes on it, and they were all completely destroyed as well. That's the area that we loved, and now it's time to move on to a new part of our life. Things can be replaced, although I won't be replacing any of them. I'm not going to collect anything else. And they were just things. They're not really important. Your family and your faith are what's important to me. And there have been a number of fires that we've gone through. We had one about 5 years ago that was very close to the backside of the mountain. And then 3 years ago there was the Ponderosa fire, and it came about 200 yards from the property and stopped at a ravine. And this fire here that we have was much like the Paradise fire. It was being pushed by 40, 50 mile an hour winds, and there was just no stopping it. It just swept through the whole area. My wife had been in the Chico fire in Paradise, and lost her home in that, and we found each other, and last October we've been together since then. And she was concerned about the fire as soon as we got wind that there was a fire going. So we packed up some of our things that we really wanted to save, some pictures and valuables that we had, and we had them already in a truck ready to go. So it was just a blessing that we had done that, because there wasn't time to do it had we not done it ahead of time. Well, how we got a trailer to begin with was we were going to do some traveling. So we bought a trailer, and the Elks Club has campgrounds at all of their, or most of their lodges throughout the United States. And it's a nice place to stay, and you get to a certain amount of camaraderie with the people. And we were fortunate to do that. So when we had this disaster, we were able to come here and move into the campground. When you have a disaster like this, there's nothing you can change about it, so you can only go forward and to let the doors open and go through them and be confident with what you're got in the future and not dwell on the past. My faith has been the most important rock in my life, because to me, I know that the Lord is in charge, and all things happen for good in the long run, for His purpose is what. It's not necessarily for our good, but it's for His good. The Red Cross has been very helpful. When I went to the disaster center the first day, they wanted to be sure that I had a place to stay, and that we had money to get whatever we needed right away, and they've been very helpful. Yesterday there were Red Cross people up looking at the property and assessing the damage. They've been very involved. I've been on a few missions myself in foreign countries, and the rewards that you get from helping are more than the reward for the people that receive it.